Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, the Einstein of Wall Street, from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, greatest financial institution in the world. We're sealing the floor, episode 9,875 of What in God's Name is Going On. Quarter for 250,000, 3 ace. Exact sum, talking to you right now. Market up 200 points on the Dow, 103 handles on the S&P. Volume 2 billion on the tape. MSCI rebalance today. Massive global index. I would say it's maybe 1.5 to 2 advances versus declines. Transports up, tech up, Russell up, VIX down 10%. Fear is out of the market. Market's on fire, off to the moon. Obviously, all of this has to do with what became clear from all the roughhousing that was going on last week was that everything that the market is doing is based on the interest rate decision. Okay, that's what became clear. It wasn't the Palantir earnings. It wasn't the NVIDIA earnings. It wasn't all of that because they were blowout. It wasn't the fact that the mainstream media was giving you some absolutely insane story about AI being a bubble, because that's absolutely insane. It's not a 1995 moment, 98 moment. Trillions of dollars are coming out of Microsoft and Oracle and Meta and Google. 600 billion plus each way into data centers and all that. NVIDIA earnings on the data center side, which had been the soft side, were blowout. Palantir blowout earnings. The fact that it went up 7 days in a row before Palantir made sense why it sold off on earnings. The fact that it went down 3 weeks into NVIDIA earnings, that's why it went up on killer earnings. The fact that they're telling a story about AI is the problem with this whole game, as a bubble is insanity. At the end of the day, if you interpret what's going on, every time they were able to come up with some kind of a decision based on economic data that we still don't have. And the Fed went down to 25% on probability of a December cut. Now it's up at 79% on December cut. That's the market's reaction. That's what they're telling us, that so many of the major players are in positions that are interest rate sensitive. And as long as there's a cut, the market is going higher. If there is no cut, this market is going lower. That's the bottom line. Get rid of all the rest of it. It's all chatter. So where do we stand from here? 79% chance of a cut. That's all good. The runway is clear. We're off to the moon as far as that goes. We are one tweet away from crazy. We are not clear. If economic data comes in, CPI, PPI, DUI, all that craziness comes in that changes their mind, because we do see a change on a dime. It went down to 25% probability, up to 79% right now. It seems clear the market's telling us what it thinks of all of this. At the end of the day, when you're left there with all this confusion, let the market tell you what it thinks of the information that's clear. The market's doing what it wants to do, and it's telling us that we love the fact that we're going to have a cut. The cut is solid. We're off to the moon. That's all you have to say. Don't overanalyze. No bubbles. Earnings are great. Across the board, we're on the tip of an iceberg that's going to the moon. Runways are clear. Exact sum is the way to get your news. Einstein on Wall Street is the way to get your wrap up. I am the top of the line. I am out of here.